Good morning, everyone. My name is CyrusHojjaty. Thank you for allowing us to speak. Appreciate the time. I saw a clip from the social media service X about MGM Resorts where this investigative journalist, James O'Keefe, was interviewing one of the staff members, Albi Vilela, about the whole diversity, inclusion, and equity program.
An African-American guy and that white guy who you did hire both together for that role, say they're equal on all merits.
I probably hired an African-American.
Yeah.
You just have to be very careful, right? If our guests cannot connect with our employees, and if they're all white, it just doesn't resonate the same way.
So in that situation, you would be weeding out by race, essentially.
I would as well look at that, right?
We chose to investigate MGM. This led us to Albi Vilela, the director of casino marketing at MGM Resorts. Albi Vilela states he won't hire whites.
You wouldn't have wanted to hire the white guy then at that point.
Is there a cultural fit? Because if they're not, no matter how great they look on paper, if they don't fit well with my team, I'm not going to hire them.
The casino marketing director for MGM reveals that if MGM was to lose a female employee, MGM HR will instruct their hiring management to obtain more female employees based upon their turnover summary.
When he did the interview, they claimed that they have preferences promoting the social justice cause where if you have two candidates of a specific race, a non-white and a white person, the non-white, even though they have the same qualifications, they have a higher chance of getting hired. The same goes for men and women. So I'm very concerned about that, about these cultural trends. And hence, this has been happening to many companies that have been influenced by private equity, hedge funds, Wall Streets, and so forth. Caesars, from what I've heard, correct me if I'm wrong, claims to have about 50% of its leadership run by women. And again, I don't really believe this is really done by merit. MGM Resorts, around 2018, partnered with the Henderson Chamber of Commerce to encourage more minority and women-owned businesses, which is, I'm curious to know, what is the ultimate goal of all of this?
Have you ever gotten memos from higher up about, like, we want to hire this certain type of people or we don't want to hire this certain type of people?
At a property level, HR sends us every month. They send us like our turnover summary of the month. They'll point out this month we lost, this amount of females versus males.
So, like, if I lose one of my females, I try to replace it with a female. Internally, that was conversation.
Vilela also speaks about how he avoids doing business with standard companies, preferring only to work with diversity-based companies.
For me personally, instead of going to big companies to supply me for things, sometimes I'll find local businesses that can do it for me to help out local businesses. I will purposely look for those diversity suppliers, whether that is a women's-owned company, whether that is a black-owned company of some sort, whatever it is. I'm like, that's exactly who I want to work with anyway.
And I think the company has always been very diverse because we need it. We've always been left-leaning though.
And besides, who is a white person? I'm counted as white under the U.S. Census, but I'm not European descent. Is Lieutenant Governor Stavros Anthony considered white? And if you look at him, look at his ethnic roots, it's very, very questionable. But clearly what this is all about is to achieve equal outcomes among all races and both genders. And of course, when you claim that there's diversities, what you're trying to achieve, what is the ultimate goal? What is a demographic plan that is really considered? Now, last time I checked, all the major casino CEOs and executives are all men. And you have to think yourself, is this really a war against Western civilization and European influence? Because I'd like you all to look at the Las Vegas Strip. Excalibur, Bellagio, Venetian, Caesar's Palace, Paris, predominantly European-themed casinos. So we aspire to Western European-influenced civilization. And let's not forget that the Aladdin, as well as the Imperial Palace, Moorish and Japanese-themed hotels were removed because they were not so popular. Resorts World is not really all that Chinese. So I guess the question is, what is considered tolerant and what is not? Now, I do believe we should help, certainly, a lot of non-white communities and women to achieve. But it all depends on how it's done, and it should not come at an expense of other people. And even when I look at this board, I don't know about you, no offense, but I don't think this is really diverse either. So think about it. So look at these clips. Please reconsider your thoughts. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Is it change a law in New York State? Well, I don't know. But when you're the largest employer and the largest taxpayer in the state of Nevada, we can get laws changed pretty quickly. And we regularly do it.